So you haven't started an ATM business yet because you're worried about safety. That's what we're going to talk about in this video. Hey there, my name is Carey Buck. I've been an independent ATM business owner since 2009, and I've been an ATM business mentor since 2011. That's where I teach people just like you how to start and grow your own profitable ATM business that'll provide you with consistent monthly passive income and big chunks of cash in small time frames. Now, why would you want consistent passive income and big chunks of cash in small time frames? Well, that's going to be different for everybody. But a lot of folks that come to this channel want to quit their 9-to-5 jobs. They want to fire their boss. They want their time back, their freedom, right? And then you have the folks that want to supplement their retirement, or maybe they didn't really plan well for retirement and this is their retirement. And then you got the people that want to stop putting out tons and tons of cash to make a decent return, and they'd like to put out a smaller chunk of cash to make a decent return. And then you got the people that want to create generational wealth, legacy wealth for their kids and grandkids, great-grandkids, right? And then you got people that want consistent passive income and big chunks of cash for reasons I don't know, because it's personal to them, right? And you can check off multiple boxes. That's cool. Here's the thing. If you'd like me to help you start your own ATM business, I'm going to save you time, right? So whatever that ultimate goal is, working with me, you're going to cut down the time takes to reach that goal, okay? If you'd like me to help you, I invite you to go to atmtrainingvideo.com. Better yet, just click the link right in the description below. And before we get into this, you know the drill, all right? Give me some thumbs ups, give me some likes, and then in that corner right there should be a silver ATM. I want you to click that, subscribe to this channel, and hit that bell notification. Select all, so every time I post a video, you're first to know about it. All right, so you haven't started, you like the idea of an ATM business, but you haven't started one yet because, quite frankly, you're worried about your safety. And I gotta be honest with you, I get it, right? I get it. That's probably the only reasonable worry that anybody can have for not starting an ATM business. Because anything else that you can think of is not reasonable. It's not reasonable, right? And if you go through, some of my videos, you'll see how unreasonable some of the reasons you haven't started an ATM business are. But I think, being concerned about your safety, I think that's a good reason. It's kind of reasonable, right? So I understand, all right? So you're worried about, being robbed. You're worried about, being killed. You're worried about someone stealing your machine, someone stealing your money. Like, I get it. I totally get it. Here's the thing. I cannot stand here and tell you that nothing will ever bad happen to you. Nothing will ever bad happen to you or your ATM business. I can't tell you that, right? Will you get robbed? I don't know. I don't know, right? Because you could not be in the ATM business and still get robbed. Will you? I don't know, right? I mean, you could walk out your door and get hit by a bus. Can I predict that? No, I have no idea, right? But here's the thing. Here's the thing. I've been in the business since 2009. And I'm, 5'5", 184 pounds. I'm telling you that because I'm in the process of taking care of it, right? 184 pounds, right? I'm nothing, like I'm a chick, right? I'm, any guy, pretty much any guy is stronger than me, right? And my wife, who's obviously been in the business with me since 2009 too, she's 5'2" and like 100 pounds. I don't even know, 120 pounds or something. Like, she's little. Like, she's real little. So 2 women, not very intimidating, and we're still here, and we're still okay, and we're still in the ATM business. Okay, so this is the first time I say to you, if you're a dude watching this, and I bet 99.9999999% you're a dude watching this video right now. If you're a guy watching this video, I promise you, you look more tough and are more tough than me and my wife put together, right? Right, so you have that advantage already. But think about this. You have that advantage of being a guy and being stronger and, and all that guy stuff, right? But think about this. 2 chicks since 2009. Not intimidating at all. Have owned an ATM business and are fine and have been fine. So if we could figure out how to be fine and safe in our ATM business, don't you think you can? As a little more intimidating, stronger man, right? Seriously, I mean, I'm not making jokes. I'm being for real, right? If somebody's going to target somebody, don't you think they target us versus you, right? So with that in mind, there are things you can do to try to prevent unsafe things from happening to you, right? You can't eliminate, like you can't 100% eliminate someone trying to steal your ATM, right? I mean, bad guys are going to be bad guys. You know what I mean? You can't stop a bad guy from stealing your ATM any more than you can stop a bad guy from stealing your car or breaking into your house, right? Like we don't have any control over this stuff. Sure, we can have car alarms, we can have house alarms, we can have video cameras, we can, have a Tesla with all the cameras on, we can have all that stuff, but that's not going to prevent somebody from breaking in. That's not going to prevent someone from damaging your car. That's not going to prevent someone from damaging your house and stealing belongings, right? Could make it easier for them to get caught, but it's not going to prevent anybody from doing anything, okay? So here's the thing. When it comes to safety, you just want to follow common sense safety techniques. Common sense safety, that's the safest way to keep you safe, right? Is it 100%? No, I can't give you 100% you're gonna be safe. I can't do that. I don't know you, I don't know the future. Like I said, you could walk out your house tomorrow and get hit by a truck. I can't guarantee you you're not, right? But here's what I can guarantee you. If you follow common sense safety techniques, you got a really, 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 really good shot of being safe and just collecting passive income and big chunks of cash, right? Because that's how my wife and I have stayed safe, right? Here's some common sense safety techniques. You think about this with me, all right? If you're gonna put an ATM in a restaurant that's really big, like it's a really busy restaurant, right? Obviously, you're not gonna go fill that ATM at lunchtime or dinner time because you know it's gonna be packed with people, right? So common sense says, oh shit, I don't want to fill this ATM when it's surrounded with all these people, right? So you fill it when they're getting ready to open. Maybe fill it when they're getting ready to close. Or maybe you're tight with the owner and they let you in before or after hours. Okay? Common sense. Another common sense safety technique. Do not, I repeat, do not, have I said enough? Do not keep the same schedule. Don't keep the same schedule. Don't fill the same ATM, the same day, the same time, every week like clockwork. Don't. Right? That's easy to pick up on. Like for a criminal, that's easy for them to spot and be like, oh, we know the dude in the blue pickup truck's going to be here about 10:15 every Wednesday morning. Right? You don't want to be that person, right? And if you have the ability to, switch cars sometimes, right? I'm going to be honest with you. Even that is not going to help a criminal that really wants something bad enough, right? But it's more things to help yourself, right? Don't stay on the same schedule. Switch up cars if you need to, okay? Don't go into situations that seem unsafe, right? I mean, I know us women, we have this intuition thing, right? This gut feeling about things. I'm sure guys have gut feelings, right? So if you go are pulling up to a spot to fill your ATM, right? And you just have a bad feeling. Just something in your gut is saying, you know what? Now's not the time, right? Maybe you see a line of people outside, right? Just looking like no good, you know what I'm saying? Like just loitering and hanging around, and you're like, maybe you take an extra cassette with you, and you don't want to walk through with that cassette through all these people. Like if you got that gut feeling, drive away, come back another time, come back another day. And I know you're thinking, but what if my ATM goes empty? Oh well. Oh well. What's more important, your safety or your ATM going empty? That's a no-brainer, right? Yes, we don't ever want our ATMs to go empty. We don't want that to happen. But if it comes to the ATM going empty or your safety, you are always more important, right? So you get that gut feeling, you just leave. Okay, this one time I was going to fill one of our ATMs, and it's not in a very nice area. Okay, it's not a nice area. And I was going at nighttime, and I don't like, that's another safety tip. Don't go at nighttime. Don't fill your machines at nighttime, right? Yeah, sometimes you might have strip clubs or what have you, and or places that might be open only at night, right? But one of our strip clubs, I fill in the daytime. Somebody is there or meets me there, and I fill when they're not even open. But this particular place that I'm talking about, not in a nice area. I definitely do not ever want to fill it at night, right? And I don't even want my wife to go there by herself. One time, maybe twice, she went by herself, and I was paranoid the whole time. But it's not a nice area, okay? So it's not a nice area, number one. It's night, number two, right? So I pull up, and there's just a row of guys standing on the street right in front of the entrance to the door. Not standing on the street, standing on the sidewalk. And I pull into my parking spot, and I look, and I'm like, okay, well, this is not a very good idea. I guess I'm not filling this machine now. But then I looked, and I saw one of the guys, and I knew one of the guys. And not like buddies or friends, right? But whenever I come and fill the machine, like, we talk, we have pretty good rapport, okay? And the feeling that I've got was he's like the head guy, if you will. You know what I mean? Of the crew, of the people hanging out on the block. So I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go because he's there. I'm gonna go fill the machine because he's there. So I got out of my car, and I'm walking through all the guys, in front of all the guys that are just looking at me, staring at me. And I'm just looking at them, and then I come to the guy that I know. And he's like, oh, hey, baby, how are you? And, we're talking, smiling, laughing, whatever. Well, every other guy at that point now just ignored me and just looked away and was like, whatever, because I knew this guy and I had this rapport with this guy. And then I walked in for the machine and I left, and the dude said bye to me, have a good night, yada, yada, right? If he was not there, there is no way I'm filling that ATM. There's no way I'm getting out of the car and filling that ATM. It's just not a safe situation. I mean, I probably shouldn't have still filled it because he was there. I probably shouldn't have, but I felt good about it. Obviously, and it worked out because I'm still here. But and nothing happened. But if he was not there, no way am I getting out of the car to fill that. As a matter of fact, one time I went to that location at night, and there was a ton of people out front, and I just went home. I went home, right? My gut was like, this is not a good idea, Carey. Keep rolling, and that's what I did. So you don't put yourself in unsafe situations, okay? If, let's say, you're doing an event, we do a lot of mobile events. That's where the big chunks of cash and small time frames come from, right? If you're doing a mobile event and you need to fill the machine during the event, right? What should you do? Like, there's people all around. What do? What we do is we get a cop to come with us, right? Because a lot of these big events, they have cops there. We always make friends with the cops. And when we talk to them, and they're always there to help you. They're always friendly, and they're always like, hey, if you need us, just let me know. So when we go to fill a machine, we go get a cop, and the cop escorts us, and generally like stands there and watches people, right? There's this one event that we do, and the cop escorts us to and from our car all the time, right? So you just have to use common sense, okay? Some things that can mitigate loss and what have you would be like insurance. Like, you can get insurance, right? So again, Insurance, you can bolt the machines, right? Bolting machine, putting GPS in the machines, cameras in there. You can get insurance, you can bolt the machine, you can put a GPS tracker in there, you can put cameras in there. You can do all that. That's not going to stop somebody from breaking into your machine or stealing it, but it could help mitigate things, right? It could help you find them. It could help you find your machine. It could give you your money back, with your insurance, right? After deductible, of course, right? So things like that, right? Just common sense stuff will help keep you safe. And then there's things that you can do to mitigate loss, okay? And you can also have general liability, right? And that's, in case somebody ever gets hurt on one of your machines. How? I don't know, but maybe it falls over, Maybe you didn't bolt it and it falls over. I don't know. But that helps with that kind of loss, right? But yeah, don't let safety stop you, right? Because the reality is, if you don't ever start an ATM business, okay? You don't ever start an ATM business, but you go through life every day using common sense safety techniques in your head. You go through your life every day like that. Especially if you have a wife and kids, you teach them those things as well, right? So this is in us as human beings to keep ourselves safe, right? So you don't have an ATM business, but you still go through every day using common sense to stay safe, right? You use your common sense when it comes to safety every day, okay? And even though you do that, you don't have an ATM business, but even though you do that and you're driving to work, there's no guarantee you're not going to get carjacked one day. There's no guarantee somebody's not just going to shoot you one day for your car or because they're just pissed at you. Shit happens. Like, this is a crazy world we live in. So you don't even have to have an ATM business for some crazy, wild, unsafe shit to happen to you, right? But you go through life using common sense safety techniques every single day, right? And just translate that to the ATM business. Obviously, if you're a student of mine, I'll help you with some of that. I'll help you with the mitigating losses as well, right? But please don't let that stop you, right? Again, I give you, myself and my wife, 2 chicks, 2 non-intimidating chicks. And we've been safe all these years in the ATM business, okay? Common sense safety techniques, that's all you gotta do, right? That's all you have to do. Like, literally, here's the thing, this is funny. People don't realize this. Like, they think, okay, but you walk around with all this cash, Carey, all this cash. It's like they think I walk around with this huge bag that I'm carrying that has money hanging out of it and a sign that says I got a shit ton of money in it. Like, that's not what I do. Like, you probably can't see my pockets, but I got sweatpants on. But I could probably have 12 grand on me in my pockets, and you wouldn't even know it. You know what I mean? If I have a book bag, I could have a shit ton of money in my book bag. You don't know that there's money in that book bag. You know what I mean? You don't know. Like, when I go to Philly ATMs, I just go in my everyday outfit. Like, if I'm walking down the street, you have no idea that I'm the ATM chick that's got a shit ton of money on me that I'm getting ready to go put in an ATM. You know what I mean? Some people, like, they wear uniforms and shirts and what have you. I don't want to bring attention to me. Nothing wrong, in my opinion, wearing those nice shirts and what have you when you're going to meet with business owners to sign a deal. But I ain't dressing like that to go fill a machine, right? I don't want to bring any attention to me. I just want to blend in with everybody else, Now, the safest way, in my opinion, to fill an ATM, right? Safest way, in my opinion, to fill an ATM is to have an extra cassette already filled up, right? Already filled up. Then you go off hours, like non-busy hours, to go in, and then you're in and out. You're literally taking the old cassette out and putting a new cassette in. It takes less than 30 seconds to do that. Now, the bad thing about that is it's very obvious you're going in to fill an ATM because you have a cassette. Like, it's very obvious you have money, right? Versus if you don't have that extra cassette, I have a book bag or I have money in my pocket, nobody knows why I'm going into this store, right? Nobody assumes that I have like 10 grand on me or 30 grand on me or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But it takes more time. It takes more time once you're in there to fill the machine than it does just to have that cassette and boom, switch it out. It's like boom, it's real fast, right? Even, okay, that's like 30 seconds. 30 seconds to do that, okay? So that's quick. Without that, if you're just doing it, with the cash, you have the cash on you and you walk in, it's going to take you about a minute. So 30 seconds to a minute. When it comes to safety, that 30 seconds, I think is important. I think it's important. You're going to be able to figure that out for yourself, okay? What you feel and how you feel about it, okay? But big thing here is do not start an ATM business because you fear safety, right? Don't, because I honestly, I've been teaching people since 2011. I've never had a student ever tell me, I need to knock on wood. Hold on. I've never had a student ever tell me that they got hurt in their ATM business. Never. I've not one ever. And of course, my wife and I have never been injured either, So don't let that stop you. Don't let the fact that you're afraid, of safety stop you. Okay, again, that's a reasonable concern. I'll give you that. It really is. But when you figure out how you can eliminate risk or how you can mitigate risk and how you can just follow common sense safety techniques, that should alleviate a lot of that. Do you know what I mean? There's so much that you can do to protect yourself and make yourself feel safe. And I know some of you are like, what about a gun? Do you carry a gun? I do carry a gun now. But here's the thing. If you're not a gun person, you don't have to be. You don't have to be a gun person. I didn't carry a gun in our ATM business for the first 5 years we were in the business. I didn't carry a gun. We were safe as we were, just using common sense safety techniques. And then one day, everybody thinks I got a gun because of my ATM business. It's not true. One day I had a bad eviction with a tenant. It didn't go very well. Well, on my way home after that eviction, I stopped at a gun shop and bought a gun. So I got a gun because of real estate investing, not because of the ATM business. But then I learned how to use the gun, right? And I learned how to use the gun and I learned how to protect myself. I learned how to prevent people from taking the gun from me. Like there was a lot of stuff that I did before I even carried my gun with me. Okay, that's the important thing you need to remember for this video. Common sense safety techniques. Okay, you follow them. It's the best way to keep yourself safe. Okay, and then of course there's a way to mitigate risk, like with insurance, bolting your machine, a GPS tracking system, cameras, right? Even signage, like signage inside the businesses that you're in. You don't even have to have cameras. You don't even have to have GPS tracking, but you can put signs up there saying that you do. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully this makes you feel a little bit better. And another thing, before I go, is a lot of times, I know you see like these videos of, trucks pulling in and, yanking out an ATM or whatever. But a lot of times, the majority of the times, they're not going after our little ATMs and little shit stores. They're going after the bigger bank ATMs, right? You get what I'm saying? Like our ATMs, a lot of times, like you and I will put like $2,000 in it, right? And they know this, whereas a Wawa or a convenience store ATM has $250,000 in it. So anyways, hopefully this makes you feel a little bit better about the safety aspect of things. Again, the biggest thing, you as a dude are way more threatening and intimidating than me and my wife, right? So that right there you got going for you, like that's like more than half the battle. That's like 90% of the battle. You know what I mean? And then of course, just add on the common sense safety techniques, add on the ways to mitigate risk or mitigate loss as far as with insurance and bolting the machine and GPS tracking and video cameras and signage, right? You're golden. You're good. Again, I can't guarantee anything, but I can't guarantee that you're not going to have a heart attack before this video is over either. You know what I mean? No, I want you to be healthy. I want you to be healthy and strong, and I want you to have a thriving ATM business. I want you to enjoy that consistent passive income and big chunks of cash in small time frames for a long, long, long time. Okay? So, hopefully this makes sense. Hopefully you're feeling more better about the safety concerns. And hopefully, if you'd like me to help you, you're going to click on that link below. Click that link below. Enter your email. Watch that training video on the next page. And then book your call with my team. Together, you guys will figure out if you and I will be fit to work together. All right? Boy, that was a lot. I think I made this video way longer than it needed to be. But I had to get all my points across to you. I need you to know that you're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. I promise. You got this up here and you got that gut. No, that's bad. I don't mean you're fat or anything, but you got that gut instinct, right? The gut instinct, and you got smarts, right? Common sense, safety techniques, common sense, gut instinct, it'll keep you safe, okay? Like it's been keeping you safe your entire life up to this point, all right? That's a good point. It's been keeping you safe your entire life up to this point. You ain't gonna stop just because you started an ATM business. And you're gonna have people like me helping you and give you more safety techniques or common sense safety techniques, giving you some more things to mitigate loss and risk, right? All right, again, if you want any help, just click the link in the description below. Don't forget to like this video, give me some likes, and don't forget to click that ATM in the corner, silver ATM, all the way down there in the corner, click it, hit that bell notification, select all, so every time I post a video, you're first to know about it. Oh, and if I didn't say this already, if you got any questions or comments or ideas for future videos, post that below too. All right, listen, Carey Buck signing out. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great day, and may you live happily off of passive income. Hey, Carey Buck here. I hope you enjoyed that last video. If you got any questions or comments or even ideas for future videos, just post that below, okay? And do me a big favor. If you have not done so already, give me some thumbs up, some likes for this video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell notification and select always